Thank you all so much for coming out tonight. I just want to thank you for being willing to learn about this trend in education that is nationwide, called hybrid homeschool education. We're going to go over first just some reasons for why that trend exists and some of the things that you might realize. You think about your kids, you think about things they've said, and you'll kind of start to see that this is a trend that really makes sense, and I hope that you'll want to be a part. So first of all, we're just going to talk about this wonderful poster, because this poster was made by my 7-year-old. And so I'll just get that out there that, thank you to my son for making this amazing poster. I think it's really cool that my kids, which I have one in high school, one in middle school, and one in elementary school, and my kids are my biggest fans in doing this project. And the reason is that we've only lived in this area for just a short time, about a year and a half. And before we were in this area, we were part of a number of different homeschool cooperative programs, and we have sometimes been working together with other families in various ways, 2 and 3 days a week. And so my children are actually, when they think of homeschool, they think of kids coming over and being with them. They think of kids learning things together. They think of other parents also contributing to their education. They think of sometimes getting a break from just the 4 walls of our house, and maybe even a little bit of a break from the tensions that we have. Every family has the things that always happen. So-and-so's always, I don't know, spilling things or whatever things happen. Kind of getting just a refresher to all have a chance to get out there, spend some time with some other people, and then come back ready, refreshed, and ready to recharge for the world again. There's kind of just in homeschooling in our family, there's kind of this in and out. We think of it as we come home and we get one kind of energy, we go out and we get another kind of energy, and between the two, there's just a really awesome rhythm that we hit. So we're going to talk a little bit about what is Next Education and why my kids are my biggest fans. Okay, so first of all, let's think about quality of family life that we experience in today's world. As I visit with people in the community, be it on the soccer field or maybe at some sort of an enrichment class, wherever I meet parents, the thing that I notice over and over again is that parents feel tired. And parents are rushing from one thing to the next. They're taking this child to this activity, they're taking that child to a different activity. It's chaotic. They're trying to organize all these pick-up and drop-off times, and they're dropping this child off. This child's staying extra at school for that. It just seems like we're just really, really busy trying to make the kids, get to all these things that the kids think are cool. And the reason we're doing that all is that we love our children, and that's why we're all here tonight as well. We love our children, and that is obviously a fabulous thing. But when we talk about the quality of family life also needs those times that nobody has an activity right now. It needs those times that everybody's at home and everybody's around the dining room table or the kitchen table or wherever it is that we eat, and we're talking to each other. We need those times that we say, what's something good that happened to you today? And we listen, and then we exchange, maybe something similar happened and someone else's turn, and what's something hard that happened today? And we talk about how to troubleshoot those problems. We need those times of family life where we are all together. And I think that today, most families are struggling. They're trying so hard to be good parents. They're going here, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're doing the other thing. They're actually struggling to have the quality of family life that we all desire. So with this struggle, reorganizing a life can sound like a lot of work, but I think by the end of this presentation, you're going to start to see that this is actually more doable than we think, and that even if we're coming from a public school or private school background, we may find that this hybrid option makes a lot more sense than maybe we even expected. So with a little bit of, that's about quality of family life, but what about quality of life for kids? One of the things that I have noticed through time is that a lot of kids want to be homeschooled. I have noticed that kids that have never, their parents roll their eyes when the topic comes up. They still think it would be awesome to be homeschooled. I'm not really sure exactly what they're picturing, but at the same time, I have to admit that whatever it is they're picturing, whether they're picturing being in their jammies while they're doing their assignments, or whether they're picturing getting up later, or whether they're picturing, being able to just be relaxed, have more time to think, being able to have more time to do their quality activities that they may enjoy, whether it be something that they do in the home or something that they do outside the home, whether it be figure skating and they want to spend more time on the ice, or whether it be reading and they want to spend more time with their nose in a book, whatever it may be, all of those activities, all of those things that they want, all those things that they picture, I think it's actually true. Because when I tried to tell my kids, hey, maybe we won't be homeschooled, maybe we'll go to school, they threw a fit. And why did I say that? Well, that kind of leads into our next thing, because quality of life for kids seems to be pretty easy to achieve. I think, frankly, our kids have a pretty awesome life. They're going to ballet, and they're having violin, and they're doing all these great things, and they have these friends, and they're actually having a pretty good life. I think it's the parents that kind of get forgotten about. And that is why I was trying to get my own children to stop being homeschooled. I was like, why am I doing all this stuff? This is an awful lot of work. I'm kind of tired. I would like to not homeschool. And they were like, no, we really want to be homeschooled. Well, but what if there was a way that being homeschooled could actually be better for parents too? Because what if instead of adding to the responsibility list, what if being homeschooled could actually look better for parents? And so we're talking here about the hybrid homeschool option, where in our model, kids spend 2 days at, it looks like school, but it's a tutoring service, but it looks just like what you picture when you think of the word school. They spend 2 days there, and then they spend 5 days at home. During those 5 days, they've had their social life. They've had a chance to see all those people, and they kind of want some downtime now. So parents are going to notice that they spend more time to themselves, not in a bad way, just in a peaceful way. And parents are also going to notice that they're going to have conversations they want to have with their parents. So they're going to, open up about what's going on. How many times do we ask Junior, what did you do at school today? And he's too tired to tell us. That's the honest truth. He's just flat too tired. And so Junior now has time. He has an entire day and a half between one exposure to these kids and the next. So he has time to say, I don't really know what to do. There's a kid in my class that has kind of big teeth, and I think they look funny. And Mom has a chance to say, honey, it's okay that you noticed he has big teeth, but I don't think you should say that to him. Parents have a chance to say, honey, one idea would be, why don't you try asking her name? That would be a good way to start making her a friend. They have a chance to talk to their kids about those important skills that you really need in life in order to get along with people. Those are awesome, awesome things that really do happen every day in hybrid homeschools, where the kids are out and then back, out and then back, out and then back in that positive rhythm. Now, it's not just me saying that this is a good thing. This is actually a national trend. The more that I look at hybrid homeschool programs, the more I find. I've found programs in Florida, California. I found 2 programs in Akron, as well as one north up close to Lake Erie. I don't remember the exact name of the community. I found 2 programs in Pittsburgh. I found 3 programs in Cincinnati. And I'm not saying that there aren't ones in other places. I'm just saying these are the ones that I happen to find. They're a little hard to find. But the more I research, the more I find, oh, and here's another one. Oh, and here's another one. Some of them are schools, and then they have a hybrid homeschool option. It's different for different schools. But the fact of the matter is, this is a growing trend. And the reason it's a growing trend is that parents are finding that it leads to the quality of family life, quality of children's life, and quality of parental life that they dream of. Parents have time to pursue part-time careers, or to spend a day visiting clients and then some other days at home. And the most of the responsibility for the choices that are made, instead of falling so heavily on the homeschool parent as they do when it's you and a stack of books and that is it. Now you have the support, and now a bunch of decisions are being made for you that just simplify your life. You have the support of qualified teachers as well as other homeschool parents who are helping you to do what you dream of doing. All right, now finally, let's just talk just a little bit, just to be clear, about what specifically we have as far as the options, the ways that we're supporting homeschoolers. Most people who are coming from a public school or private school background are probably going to be most comfortable with what's considered full-time at Next Education, but it's actually only 2 days a week. Tuesday, Thursday, kids come for basically a normal school day. We hope to even offer some after-school extracurricular activities, all that good stuff. They have the school experience, except it's 2 days. And then 3 days, they're at home, they have structured homework assignments, they're completing their homework assignments. All right? So that's the easy to explain, really, option. But another fabulous option, this is probably more for parents who are already homeschooling, and they might say, I want the kids to get out, I want the kids to make friends, I want the kids to have these fabulous educational experiences you're talking about, but we have an established curriculum that we're using, and we can't afford that much time off for them to go do something else, and they have a bunch of other assignments and all that. So what we offer for those parents who are homeschool parents is we have a program that is just 1 day a week. It's from 10 to 3. And parents can drop off a wide variety of different ages of kids. And that's important because it needs to be convenient in order to be helpful. It's not helpful if we only have, something for Junior and not something for Sally. So Junior and Sally can both come out, grades 2 to 12. We'll have different things for different age groups, but let's focus on grades 2 to 8. Grades 2 to 8, we'll have a program that's focused on science and writing. And the reason that we selected these is that science and writing are the two subjects that homeschool parents struggle with the most. They keep saying, oh, I need to get around to writing, but they don't really feel comfortable with it. And then hands-on science. It's easy to do book-based learning, but doing the hands-on part is just flat out expensive. It is crazy expensive to get your little test tubes and whatever else. Test tubes and microscopes are only the beginning. You need all kinds of different things, to handle, the sand dollars and the just all the little stuff that you want to get a look at, and you want to put this under the microscope and touch that. So we put all that together. Science and writing, they come 10 to 3. They get all that. The younger children will probably finish with science and writing a little earlier, because how much science and writing can they do? And then they'll have some time to do some other great things. But we'll keep them the same length of time, so mom gets 5 hours, or dad, if that's who's homeschooling in your house. So I think that this is a fabulous option for many, many families in our area. And I really have a heart for homeschool parents. I want to see their stress down, their joy up, and get them back to loving homeschooling. So